So we have a special guest with us. Scott Chené with us. He's a senior portfolio manager at Monetary Gold to help us break down this story. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Jimmy, how are you, sir? It's a pleasure to be on your show. Thank you for having me.
Nice to meet you. Well, I just wanted to get your thoughts on this. Let me tell people what we're talking about today. What are the lasting marks of the shutdown? According to the AP, there's going to be some long-term lasting marks. The longest federal government shutdown in U.S. history is nearing an end, but not without leaving a mark on the already struggling economy. Short-lived shutdowns are usually invisible in the data, but this one will leave a lasting mark, says Gregory Dacko, chief economist at accounting giant EY. He said both because of the record length and the growing disruption to welfare programs and travel, the Congressional Budget Office estimated that a 6-week shutdown will reduce growth in this year's fourth quarter by 1.5 percentage points. That would cut growth by half from the third quarter. The reopening should boost first quarter profit growth next year by 2.2%. The CBO projected, but about $11 billion in economic activity will be permanently lost. So the current shutdown is adding to the economy's existing challenges, which include sluggish hiring, stubbornly elevated inflation, and President Donald Trump's tariffs, which have caused uncertainty for many businesses. Still, few economists foresee a recession. Let me just get your reaction right away. So, because I know there's a lot of debate about, so what do you think the lasting marks are going to be from the shutdown, if any?
There's just a lot of concern right now with the whole economy, with jobs. People are getting laid off right now. We're printing more and more money. Inflation is coming and playing a part. So people are concerned with the economy. They're concerned with the government shutdown and its effects, and they're turning into physical assets like gold and silver. So it's impacting the way people live right now.
So just to keep going, all told, according to this AP article, federal workers will have missed about $16 billion in wages by mid-November, which we're there. The CBO estimates that has meant less spending at stores, less spending at restaurants, and likely reduced holiday travel. Large purchases will probably be postponed, slowing the broader economy. Then there are the federal contractors. An economist at Oxford Economics estimates that it could total as many 2 million, and they are not guaranteed back pay once the shutdown ends like the federal employees are. Airlines scrapped more than 2,000 flights by Monday evening after canceling 5,500 since Friday on orders from the FAA, which is seeking to reduce the burden on overworked air traffic controllers who have now missed 2 paychecks. Even before the flight cancellations, tourism economics and economic consulting firm estimated that the shutdown would reduce travel spending by $63 million a day, which means a 6-week standoff would cost the travel industry about $2.6 billion. The canceled flights also mean less business for hotels, restaurants, taxi drivers, and federal employees have already pulled the plug on upcoming trips, according to tourism economics, which may not be able to be rescheduled even when the government does reopen. The shutdown has worsened Americans' outlook on the broader economy. Consumer sentiment dropped to a 3-year low, close to a lowest point ever recorded in a survey by the University of Michigan, with pessimism over personal finances and anticipated business conditions weighing on Americans. The November survey showed the index of consumer sentiment at 50.4, down a startling 6.2% from last month and a plunge of nearly 30% from a year ago. And the government shutdown cut off the flow of economic data on unemployment, inflation, and retail spending that the Federal Reserve depends on to monitor the economy's health. Even as the government reopens, some of that data will still be delayed. And as a result, the Fed may not, this is important, the Fed may not deliver a third interest rate cut at its December meeting, which was widely expected before the shutdown. Powell, the head of the Fed, said that the rate cut in December was not a foregone conclusion, and added that the lack of data could contribute to a decision by the Fed to skip a rate cut at its next meeting in December 9 and 10. Fewer rate cuts could discourage borrowing and spending and weigh on the economy in the coming months. What do you think? Do you think that they will skip this further cut in the interest rate? What do you think about this?
I think that the rates possibly could be cut right now. The problem is we're at an overflow right now when it comes to printing money, keeping workers, trying to keep the economy afloat. We got war going on right now. There are major concerns. Our government can't even stay open. The people, I mean, it's shut down. How frustrating it is for your average American that just wants to provide for their family, Jimmy. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
My grandfather, my uncle, they fought for this country. My grandfather was a colonel in the Marine Corps. My uncle is now a retired colonel. And I think my grandfather would turn in his grave if he saw what was going on right now in this country. So we can't even keep the government open right now.
Well, we talk a lot about how they keep printing money, and every 100 days, I think they print another $1 trillion, and the deficit is going in the wrong direction. It's not even so. As I talk about on this show, they did the Doge cuts, but they didn't actually cut that money from the government. They actually just gave that money to the Pentagon, and so they say they cut $160 billion through Doge, but then they gave $200 billion more to the Pentagon, which that erases all that, and so that also is exploding the deficit. It's going to keep growing. It's not going backwards, and that's why I have people like you on to talk about stuff like this, because people are looking for safe. What do they do with their money? I know, because I'm reaching retirement age. I've been talking a lot about this, and I bring people on like you to talk about it. People are thinking about what to put their money in. No better person than you. Now, I want to say, first of all, thanks for being a sponsor of the show, because we have a target on our back, and they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. So thank you for making sure that our show stays afloat. But you're the expert in gold and precious metals, and so what does this mean for that market, and what people should take away from this?
Great question, Jimmy, and we're proud sponsors. We appreciate what you do and what you speak about and what you stand for. So I know that your audience absolutely loves you. There's customers that call in and say, "Hey, I heard about you from Jimmy Dore." So you have a strong fan base. But that's exactly right when it comes to the economy, when it comes to money printing. I want to say it was 71 days now. It used to be 100 days. We'd go into debt $1 trillion. It's now added $1 trillion every 71 days. That's absurd.
Wow.
For any country, that is unsustainable, Jimmy. So when we're looking at these numbers, we're seeing a decline in the dollar right now. The buying power is not the same as what it was. Okay, we went off the gold standard in 1971. So as we reprint money, the dollar's getting weaker and weaker. And people are looking at this, and now they're stepping away from the US dollar and looking at physical assets like precious metals, like gold and silver. So like you said, you're looking at retirement right now. We protect our customers in two options. The first is cash, transitioned into gold and silver, to where you physically get it shipped to your home and you have possession of the metals. And then the second option is a retirement account. And if you have an IRA or a 401k and you qualify, we offer a rollover into a gold and silver IRA, to where we will pick and choose. We will go over the different asset classes and really pick and choose metals that best suit your customer's needs, or our customer needs.
So, let me just, I saw this. I wanted to run this past you. I saw this today. It's This is from Tech Bullion, and it says structural bull market is underway. Now, a bear market means people are less apt to buy and more apt to sell, and a bull market means people are looking to buy, right? That's what a bull market means, just so people like me who don't know these terms. So structural bull market is underway. Gold BS Exchange calls for a reevaluation of gold's unprecedented long-term price ceiling. And we know that gold is at an all-time high. And here I'll just read one paragraph from this story to you. It says, as global markets brace for an era defined by persistent inflation, debt saturation, and shifting monetary policy regimes, Gold BS Exchange asserts that the world is entering a structural bull market in gold, one that requires a fundamental reassessment of what constitutes its long-term pricing. So explain to me, what do they mean by a long-term price ceiling, unprecedented, and what does it mean that it's a structural bull market?
Right. Well, Jimmy, what we're seeing right now, and you could only imagine, it's not just the United States. Other countries right now, they're stepping away from the dollar. Okay, the dollar holds a lot of power in the United States. It's the world currency. So right now, when these countries are stepping away from the US dollar, it weakens our dollar. Right. And gold and silver tend to go up. Right now, typically gold and silver are tended to be long-term holds. We're seeing movement within six months to a year. Silver in the last year has gone up over 66%. In the last 6 months, it's gone up over 54%. Gold last year has gone up over $1,500. That's roughly 60%. So our customers from last year that we put into gold, that sounds like a pretty good investment. One, to where it protects the dollar, right? It's a hedge against the dollar, and it goes up in value. So our main objective here at Monetary Gold, and myself, I'm a senior portfolio manager, we want to protect what you have, and we want to watch it grow. And right now, that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, their projections have shifted as well. They went from gold at $2,100, and then they switched it to $3,850. And now in Q4 of 2026, they now have it projected gold at $5,055. And in my personal opinion, it could go a heck of a lot higher than that, Jimmy.
So
but
right now, gold is at, what's the price? It's
gold right now. Live pricing is at $4,195.
And JP Morgan is predicting that it's going to go even higher to did you say 5,600?
$5,055 in Q4.
Okay. All right. So yeah, and let's I don't look at gold. I don't know how you look at it. I don't look at gold as like a short term, make a get in, get out. I look at it as a long term hedge against stuff because everything fluctuates, but gold has always been solid, and now it's been going through the roof. But it's not something that you buy and want to sell 6 months later. It's something that you hold on to for your retirement for years, right? Is that how you look at it?
No, that is how you look at it. Now, what we're seeing right now is there's so much volatility in the stock market.
Right.
Okay. People want to protect what they have. They don't want to lose it. And what we do here, we've been in business for 25 years. Okay. There's a reason for that, Jimmy. We want to help our customers. We're not here in the hurt business. We're here in the help business.
Right.
So what we do is we see if, first of all, it's a privilege to be in gold and silver. Everyone in America should own it. It's a strong asset, but not everyone could afford it. So what we see right now is we take a look at what you have, your portfolio, and is it a great option for you? Is it a great option for your family? But that's exactly right. People are stepping away from the dollar. We're seeing inflation, and they're turning to physical assets, which is wealth that you could hold. So it's not tied to the stock market.
So, And of course, I'm not giving, I don't give, certainly me, a comedian, I don't give people financial advice. This isn't meant as financial advice. Just as I always like to, whenever I do an economic story like this, I always like to get how it affects, because I'm invested in, for my retirement, I have an IRA with gold and silver. And so I wanted to see how it affects. And people are always asking me, how does this affect? Is this a good time to buy? And I always tell them it's always a good time, because you buy gold and silver for the long term. It's not like a get rich quick scheme. It's solid. And that there's no doubt, since they're printing $1 trillion now every 71 days, that your dollar, when you increase the supply of something, the value of that thing goes down. And so they keep increasing it by $1 trillion now every 71 days. It's eating up the value of your dollar. And so people are looking for ways to find places that won't get eaten up as a hedge and a safeguard, because the dollar's going away. And now we know about BRICS. People know about that there's other countries that are trying to form a different monetary systems, like BRICS is trying to do, which is India, Russia, China, Brazil, South Africa, and then there's at least 20 or 30 other countries looking to join BRICS. So that's what I tell people. And you guys do have a great rating. You've been around for 25 years, and of course, don't put all your money in one place. You put a percentage of your retirement savings into gold and silver. And just like I have Bitcoin, I have real estate, I have T-bills. That's all for my retirement, right? And I'm not looking to get rich quick on my retirement. I'm looking for the money to be there when I finally do retire. And it's, safe from the stock market. That's the thing that worries me. Anything else you'd like to add before we say goodbye?
No, you covered it. I mean, really, that's what it's a hedge against the dollar. It's getting more and more expensive. War, political climate, devaluation of the dollar, all impacts gold and silver. It could get a lot more expensive here in the near future. We're putting a lot of our customers that call into silver right now.
Yeah.
One, our country's running out of silver. It's industrial. It's not just an investment, it's industrial. Now, I can't give legal, financial, or tax advice either, but when it comes to precious metals, you better believe that we could put you into the right assets that'll best suit your needs. And Jimmy, what we've seen right now over the past few weeks is a lot of traction. Being on shows like this, people are concerned, they're worried, and they want a hedge against the dollar. What we're doing right now, and our phones are ringing, we're live on the floor here, is if you call right now, we will waive your IRA fees for life.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you have to qualify, but we are going to waive your fees for life. So call that number. I'm a senior portfolio manager. You could work directly with me. How it works, someone's going to answer the phone. You're going to get an intake specialist. They're going to see what you have. Again, being in the business for 25 years, we want to help, not hurt people. And so we'll go about it, and we're going to build out a solid portfolio for your listeners and your viewers. And we're happy to do that. And we're happy to partner with you.
Okay, fantastic. Everybody check out Monetary Gold. They get great ratings from the Better Business Bureau. They get great ratings from everybody online. They've been around for a quarter century. I trust Monetary Gold. You should too. Scott Chené, thank you so much for coming on, and I really appreciate you being a sponsor of the show. It means a lot.
Jimmy, thank you so much. God bless you, and you take care.
Okay, you too. Hey, for years the signs have been clear, but most Americans ignored them. Now the storm beneath the dollar is impossible to miss. Gold has broken through $4,000 an ounce. Silver past $50. And it isn't luck, it's logic. When governments spend beyond their means, when every crisis is met with another trillion printed out of thin air, the value of your money must fall. History proves it. Every time a currency weakens, gold and silver rise to reveal the truth. These metals don't depend on promises. They don't vanish when confidence collapses. They endure. That's why the world's strongest institutions are moving into physical gold, quietly but decisively. Now is your moment to do the same. Call 800-476-7790 right now or visit jimmylovesgold.com. Take what you've built and make it real before the next headline reminds you that paper wealth is just that, paper. Come see us in Australia. Second show's added in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane. We'll see you in Burbank, California, the day after Thanksgiving. It's a Friday. And then Pottstown, Pennsylvania, December 6th. Plus, January 11th, we're going to be in Waikiki at the Blue Note. Tickets not available yet for them, but go to jimmydore.com for a link for all the other tickets.